Hi everyone, this is Stella, your host for the show with Bibi and Yaya. Here on this channel, we share people's relationships, love life, friendships, and family experiences and try to provide them with some solution through the comment section. If this is your first time watching one of our episodes, then please show some love to us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel. At the end of each video, do not forget to write in the comments section the solutions that you think will help the people who send us their life problems and ask for solutions. We are here to help everyone who needs life advice in any good or difficult situation, so you can share your stories with us at the email address that pops up on the screen if you need any help. Okay guys, without any delay, let's get into today's story of a woman who got in a troubling marriage and is seeking advice from our audience. So, this is her side of the story. I am a 28-year-old woman with no kids. I left my parents' house at the age of 20. I somehow fought to get to where I am today. I am an independent woman. I have a job, a rental apartment, a car, etc. A few years ago, I met this guy who is now 30 years old. He doesn't have any kids, but our story ends there because we never went on a date. He made his life and so did I. 2 years ago, we finally met again and we were both single. But this time, he wanted to give us a chance, but I was a bit skeptical about it. He started to claim his love for me everywhere. He seemed to be very much in love. I would point out that we live in the same country, but not the same city, which meant a long-distance relationship, and those are hard to maintain. He seemed to have his head on his shoulders and his brain full of plans for both of us. Well, after some time, I decided to give him a chance. We saw each other almost every weekend. We went on vacation, and it was going pretty well. 1 year ago, he told me that he wanted us to move in together. I was doubting that because each of us had our job in our own city as well as relatives. So who was going to make the sacrifice? After discussing that for a long time, we decided that I was going to follow him. Because anyway, I was getting tired of my job and I wanted something new, so he reassured me a lot. My only condition was that he would marry me traditionally before I move in with him, something he accepted, and was in such a hurry to get engaged so we can finally live our lives together. In the meantime, he also decided to quit his job and apply in a neighboring country. He was accepted and we had to settle in that country. The closer the date of the dowry approached, the more he began to question it. He preferred to have a civil marriage at the town hall than the dowry, but at no point did he question living with me. For me, the dowry was very important, and I let him know it was up to him to know what he really wanted. If it was being with me, it had to be the dowry. We got into an argument, we cut contact, etc. And he came back to apologize, telling me that he loves me and he wants to make his life with me no matter what it may cost him, and therefore he accepts to do the dowry. He gave in to the dowry and we married traditionally, and then we found an apartment in the country where he got his new job. I had to quit my job. I gave my apartment back to the landlord and sold all my stuff. I only took the bare essentials, 2 or 3 pieces of clothing. We settled down in the new country. Everything was going very well. He was still in love. Neither of us knew anyone in this country. He was the one who absolutely wanted to be here. I just followed him, as a wife should do. Not even 1 week later, I felt him getting a little distant, and that didn't change over time. He leaves for work in the morning, comes home in the afternoon, and stays on his phone the rest of the day until he goes to sleep at night. Slowly, he starts to talk to me like I'm a dog. We only had stupid arguments. I was thinking to myself that maybe things are going badly at his new job and that he was frustrated. But it was just getting worse and worse. He started to criticize me a lot. I never do anything right, everything I do is wrong, everything I do pisses him off. I think even my breathing pisses him off. One day he even told me that I was useless. He knew very well I was going to be unemployed for the first time, and with the health situation due to the pandemic, I was at risk of not finding work immediately. It was planned. He told me not to worry, that he will take care of me. I have my savings, so I don't depend on him right now for food, etc. I am the one that buys them. He pays the rent and the bills. He doesn't touch me anymore. He doesn't ask me for intercourse. Even when I ask, it's a big no. He doesn't want me to touch him. Before, he absolutely wanted a child. He asked that so much, but I didn't want any kids before the dowry. A few days ago, I told him that I was in my ovulating period, and he didn't care. He doesn't even include me in his plans anymore. For example, he says, "when I have children," while before he used to say, "when we have children." He tells me bluntly that I will never have a child by him. I continued to make him evening meals and the like. I was so fed up with this situation that I asked what was going on with him. He had the nerve to tell me this: "I don't love you anymore. I don't have feelings for you anymore. I forced myself to be with you. I am not happy. I do not want to continue with you, and we cannot continue to live together." He tells me that I can take the time I need to get back home, and that he is not kicking me out. When I ask him what he is blaming me for, he told me, "Nothing. You are perfect. It's me that's the problem, and that's how life is. I don't love you, and I can't force myself. I don't want to make an effort either." I asked him if he realized everything I left behind for him, and that if I go home, I will have nothing to go back to. He replied, "Stop being dramatic. It's not like I killed someone. It's not the end of the world." Let's talk about killing. A lot of times, he allows himself to make weird jokes. For example, one day we were watching a movie in which someone was killed. He jokingly said that it will also be my turn if I piss him off, that he is going to do the same to me. Sometimes we don't even talk to each other. Not even a hi. He wakes up, sees me, and doesn't even greet me. He comes home from work and does the same, but he will surely eat the food that I make. We have been married, traditionally, for less than 1 month. 1 month, and I don't know what to do anymore. He tortures me psychologically, and I know his goal is to break me and push me to go back home to my family. In 1 month, I only had intercourse with him once, and that was in the beginning. I asked him if he is seeing another woman, and he said no. He just wants to be alone. I'm getting the impression that he has a lot of paranoia, because when I get ready to go out, he gets jealous. He wants to know why I made myself pretty just to go for a walk. The other day he told me, "Anyway, nobody's going to flirt with you in the city because you don't know anyone." He also tells me things like, "Such and such person thinks I'm really in love with you," and he laughs. I don't know anyone here, and I haven't told my family anything yet about the situation. I really don't know what to do. I no longer have an apartment or a job back home. If I go back to our country, it means that I will go back to living with my family, and I don't want to. That's shameful at my age. He tells me he's tired of seeing me when he comes home from work. I feel like this is a nightmare. I would like to know what the audience would have done in my case. P.S. I'm not saying that I'm a perfect woman or whatever. I also have a lot of flaws. This was a sad story to tell and read. She seems to be in a complicated situation. Maybe we can help her by giving her some suggestions in the comments. Go ahead now and tell her what you would have done or what you think would be better if you were in her place. Also, if you think that you also need some advice on life issues, then you could always feel free and share your story with us at this email address, bibi.yaya.wisdom@gmail.com. Love you. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you soon with another story. Don't forget to smash the like button, share the video with others so they can contribute with their solutions, and press the bell icon to subscribe. Bye-bye!